Next month, Christie's auctions an exceptional collection of post-war and contemporary works, including one of the earliest pop art paintings ever done by Roy Lichtenstein, entitled I Can See the Whole Room and There's Nobody in It. It was painted in 1961. It last sold in 1988 for $2 million, a little more than that. Now it's expected to fetch $35 to $45 million. First on CNBC, Brett Gorvey, chairman and deputy international head of post-war and contemporary art for Christie's. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, we have been marveling at this all day. It hasn't been out in the public since the late 80s. What is the story of this painting right now?
The painting originally was bought in 1961 by a very famous collector, basically a collector couple, the Tremaines, and they sold the painting in 1988. It was bought by the present owner, and the present owner is a New York-based collector, extremely private, and has not lent the painting, or the painting has not seen the light of day since 1988.
Who is the owner right now, and where were they keeping it? Was it at home? Was it in a...
It was in a private home here in New York.
Wow, that's fabulous. And you expect it to go for $45 million?
Exactly. I mean, this is a time where the art market has shown itself to be extraordinarily strong against all other economic markets.
In spite of everything that's going on in the economy, it's held up.
Exactly. In fact, we just had sales last week in London where we had phenomenal successes, world record prices achieved for blue chip artists. Gerhard Richter, one of the main artists coming out of Germany in the 60s, making a $16 million world record price against a $10 to $15 million price point.
Is that where the strength in the market is right now, that it has to be something that's recognizable, that's held its value over time? Is that what you're seeing?
Exactly. I think people really are looking for safe blue chip artists who've got long-term careers, but also where price points have held up very well in the last 2 or 3 years.
I can't let you go without asking you some specifics about this one in particular. First of all, it says, I can see the whole room, there's nobody in it. Obviously, turning the tables on the viewer here. We're generally looking at the painting, and this one, the painting is looking at us. How do you interpret that? What does that mean to you?
It's actually quite a dark painting for Lichtenstein. People think of Lichtenstein as really this great pop artist who did the Comic Girls, and we had this fantastic painting 2 seasons ago, which made a world record price at that time of $42 million. So this painting has a precedent, but it is a darker side. It's a male subject. It's actually a crime detective looking through the window, but he's also commenting on that particular time. This is 61. It's a darker day than necessarily the great pop imagery that we think of later in the 60s.
And I don't know, tell me a little bit about the preservation, because we were looking at this very closely, and you can see pencil marks on the top. What is that about?
Well, Lichtenstein, this is the first major painting that he painted in the cartoon style. And before this, for 15 years, he was working as an abstract expressionist. So he still felt that he should show the process in making a painting. So you see all deliberately he left in all his sort of working methods. As he moved on later in his career, he became much more sharper, and you don't quite have that sort of sense of the artist. This is very, very much the artist showing himself, and in a very rare way, he signs it. Most Lichtensteins are not signed on the front. This, with his monograph, he basically shows that this is his first major statement as a pop artist.
What are some of the wildest hopes for this painting? I mean, do you think it could go for 60, 70? Do you feel like you have the range is about right, or are you sort of sandbagging us with a low number?
Well, we'd like to come to the market with more conservative prices. Lichtenstein generally is an undervalued artist. The world record price is $42 million, but prior to that, most of the paintings were selling in the $10, $15 million price point. Andy Warhol, an artist we actually brought to the studio last season, has consistently made prices above the $30 million price point, and the world record price for Warhol is $71.5 million. So the possibility of a painting of this caliber is the sky's the limit.
When's the auction? What does it take to bid? So I can get ready?
It's November the 8th, and the picture will actually be on view for the next 2 weeks at Christie's.
All right. Thank you so much, and good luck with the auction. Back over to you guys.